What's going on, ladies and gents? It's Jake, and in today's video, I'm going to show you how to get every single word of power for Unrelenting Force, one of the strongest shouts in all of Skyrim. While it's a really basic shout to get, I know that there's a lot of people who either forget or don't know how to get that last word of power. It is kind of confusing, or not really confusing, it's easy to forget. So, we're going to go on ahead and get Unrelenting Force. Now, the quests that you have to complete are these down here: Dragon Rising, Bleak Falls Barrow. You don't have to do the Golden Claw and Before the Storm. Unbound, Before the Storm, Bleak Falls Barrow, and Dragon Rising in that order. And then you'll get the quest, The Way of the Voice. Speak to the Greybeards. Now you're going to have to travel to Ivarstead, which is a rather hard place to get to. And by hard, I mean a very lengthy travel. You're pretty much just going to have to walk a very long way. So if you come out here to this little area in Riverwood and go across the bridge, you'll see there's an area that forks off in that direction and this direction. Obviously, we're going to want to go in this direction, and we pretty much have to go around this ginormous mountain. So you see right here, it says Ivarstead that way. So here we go to Ivarstead, ladies and gentlemen. This next sign right here, Ivarstead pointed in this direction. Very simple concept. We're just going to keep following the road. It's really easy to do. You shouldn't get lost too many times, and only should have to encounter a few wolves, maybe some skeever, and maybe some bandits. Nothing too serious. Alright, so if you see this little bandit outpost here, you know you're going in the right direction. They're going to try to stop you. You don't have to fight them. You can just run away from them. But I think I'm going to fight them for the sake of leveling up. It is important to note that you will get the first 2 words throughout just doing these quests. Like, you don't have to do anything out of the way to get the first 2 words for Unrelenting Force. Very straightforward. You get the first one from the Bleak Falls Barrow place, and then the soul unlocks it with you when you kill your first dragon, and then the second one we're about to get when we first get here to the Greybeards. The third one is a little bit out there, a little bit different, because I always forget it. You have to go back and take something that we're going to get back, and here's another sign that says Ivarstead this way. Very simple to get here. It just takes a very long time. I've been walking for about 5 minutes now, just straight walking. Like, I've not been doing anything else, fighting, anything. Just walking. It gets kind of boring, but it's definitely going to be worth it to get one of the most overpowered shouts in Skyrim, in my opinion. Here's some more wolves. The comment question of the video, let me know what your favorite shout in Skyrim is. Mine is Whirlwind Sprint, and we should have a guide out on that probably next week, or the next shout guide will definitely be on Whirlwind Sprint, because it's kind of entangled with Unrelenting Force. So that's my favorite. What's yours? Let me know down in the comment section below. Here's our next sign that says Ivarstead in this direction. As you can see, we've already shot past Ivarstead, but we have to like go, there's this ridge deal, and you have to like kind of loop around and come back. Now there's another sign, Ivarstead this direction. Yeah, alright, so here is the next sign right here. There is a little side quest right there with a bandit, but we're not going to get into that in today's episode. Alright, so we're pretty much to the point where I can see Ivarstead off in the distance right there, and here we are, ladies and gentlemen, to the lovely city, well, town, let's be honest, there's like 4 houses, of Ivarstead. Heck yeah, let's go. It's good to note that it's very easy to get up this mountain too. You just follow the steps, literally. If you follow these steps, you'll get straight up there. There is going to be a little bit of a hiccup ice troll. So I'm only level 4, so if this thing claps me, yeah, it's going to do a ton of damage. I believe every race in Skyrim has flames. Isn't that just beautiful? So it actually takes quite a bit of fire damage because it is a frost troll. Alright, so we are almost to the summit of High Hrothgar up here. Not the Throat of the World. The Throat of the World's actually the main top. We're going to like 65% up, if that makes sense. Alright, here we go. The money shot, ladies and gentlemen. High Hrothgar. Alright, here we go. We're inside, and now you're just going to have to talk to these guys, and they're going to impart some wisdom. Now we're going to have to use the second word of Unrelenting Force to strike at these dummies, and then we should be able to get on to learning that third word. Be sure to hold it down so you can get the whole Foos row instead of just Foos, because I don't think it'll work if you just use Foos. Alright, now we've got that done. Alright, so we came out here and learned the first word word of whirlwind sprint. I had to put that in the other video though. So now he's given us the quest to go find the horn of Jorgen Windcaller here in Ustengrav, and of course we have nothing even close to that, but I think we can travel to Morthal and get it rather quickly. So let's try to travel to Morthal. Okay, if we come right over here to the stables, which is where I was supposed to end up, we can come here and talk to my main man Bjorlum. I'd like to hire your carriage and go down here to Morthal, which is going to take 50 gold, which you should have an abundance of at this point in the game, or not an abundance of, but enough to do a couple carriage rides. And we're going to come down here to Morthal much quicker this way, and I think there's a saber cat if you decide to walk from Whiterun, so definitely in your best interest just going ahead and use the carriage. Alright, Morthal discovered, and it should be right out here if we just kind of slink through the area. I think that nasty green color on their garb is kind of nasty. That the curious for the guards, is that a mud crab? This is probably going to be one of the longer dragon shout videos, or shout videos, because there's a lot of story stuff that you have to do to make this shout happen and get all of the versions of it, or all of the words for it. Alright, but it is very worth it. Let me just reiterate that from earlier in the video. Here we go, Ustengrav, little hole in the ground, not much to look at, and they all gang up on me. Shocker. Alright, into Ustengrav we go. Actually, I think we can search this chest. Not much in there, and then this bandit, not much on him either, but into Ustengrav we go. Now this is a very linear location, so I'm just going to go on ahead and go through here and only highlight some points that I think you may need to know. And before we get too far in this location, I do know that there is another word of power in here that you can get from a wall, but it is not in that video, so I'm going to try to save that word for that specific video when we get around to it. So don't roast me in the comments. I know it's there, but we're going to be ignoring it on purpose this time. Should have probably got a steal one though. You win some, you lose some. Hindsight's 50-50. Alright, so here's a little turning point. Once you come down in the Ustengrav depths, you can continue going down, but I always jump down right here. I think there's a little area. Yes, we can jump over here, kind of land on this, and kind of shuffle down. Now there is a word of power. I'll see if I can see it. Yeah, there's a word of power right there. We're not going to get that in this episode. And then there is an area over there with a bunch of enemies that doesn't really matter, and it won't halt your progress if you decide to not go over here at all. But we need to kill these guys. Okay, there. We've got those guys killed and ready to die, or ready to be cremated. Here we go, another skeleton. And now this section confuses a lot of people. A lot of people think you have to whirlwind sprint and then walk, but however, you just sprint through this section and then whirlwind sprint. Very easy, very simple. Let's get on to the horn of Jorgen Windcaller. And here we go. Very simple little dungeon. Here's the end of it, by the way, and you'll see up here there isn't going to be a horn. Rather a mysterious note. Riverwood. Lesser ward. We will go ahead and learn that. And we will take this, because we'll need that for some future guides. Man, this has took like 45 minutes to record all of this stuff. I hope that I can get this down to like an 8-minute video, 10-minute video. That's the sweet spot. I don't really want to go over that for any of these guides. So there's going to be a lot of stuff cut out. But I hope that we can still make a tangible, followable video, if that makes any sense. So we need to find the direction we have to. Okay, so we are now back in Skyrim, and it's very simple. We go down here to Riverwood and talk to Delphine. She is going to have the answers for us. I'll just say that in case I'm spoiling it for you. The shield just looks heavy, man. If you haven't already, don't forget to like the video for more of these shout guides. And oh my gosh, we got some cultists on our hands. Alright, so we got them that time. Whew, gosh. Alright, now Sleeping Giant Inn be about done with this video. So for the sake of this, we can be done with this quest. We have now received the Horn of Jorgen Windcaller, and we can now go back to Arangir. I'm going to go ahead and do that. I don't really care about the main quest line with Delphine for now. So, and we can always just come back and talk to her whenever we want. So, Hrothgar. Should be the last time we have to trek these steps, boys. Unless we decide to do the main quest line. Oh my gosh. Alright, walk up here to Arangir. Alright, sounds good. So, now we just kind of stand right here, and they're all going to holler at us for a minute, and we should get the last word of Unrelenting Force. Alright, we now have the third word, which is push for Unrelenting Force. So now it says Fus Roda if you hold it down the entire time of the shout. Duly noted, every shout that you have 3 words for and you use all 3 words is going to cost or it's going to last longer before you can use it again. The cooldown is a lot longer. Hey yo, chill, bro. All right, bet. All right, completed the Horn of Jorgen Windcaller, and now we have all 3 words of power for Unrelenting Force. I'll show you guys what it sounds like now. Usroda. And I'm telling you right now, that will stagger just about every single enemy in the game. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like the video for more videos like this, and don't forget to subscribe. But above all else, I hope God blesses you. Thank you for your time.